Situation. I have a 2001 e350 powerstroke. I purchased this van in 2017, November. I've been having issues with my battery up until July 14th of 2019. My issue have been drained batteries. And I've come to an understanding that I've had a bad starter since, or if not since I bought the van, but since I purchased the van. I always thought I had I believe they call a direct starter. So my startups were slow. But I always kept saying to myself, I need to change the starter. Because what I see on the internet and what I hear, more importantly, what I hear on the internet, I always thought I had a old starter. So I had a problem with my starter did not work. Basically, I went under the van and found out that my starter was hanging. So I had it towed to my mechanic, and he hooked it up. But at the time, I was saying to myself, I should change the starter. Listening to my mechanic, he said, no, the starter is fine. So I went with that. Fine. Until a week ago, I could not start my car. I could not start the van. Since I had the problem with the starter before, I knew it was the starter again. So I said that I'm going to buy me a new starter. Because anyway, I want a gear reduction starter regardless. So I purchased the the gear reduction starter, took out the old one, and found out that the starter that was there was currently a gear reduction starter. So I said to myself, I got a bad starter. So I bought an AC Delco. I think the one that I took out was a Denso, I believe. I put in the AC Delco starter and listen to how it starts. Mind you, I was going to buy new batteries, AGM battery or AMG batteries. I was going to purchase the top of the line batteries. You know, Motorcraft, 850 cold cranking amps. I knew for sure I was going to purchase those batteries. I'm not saying I'm cheap, but I kept saying to myself, let me change the starter first, and then I'll see what's up with the battery. But this is how my starter sounds now. It has never started like that. Probably when I first purchased it, I remember cranking the heck out of this battery or the starter because I didn't understand a diesel engine. But it has never started like that. And to my understanding, the Denso starter that I had in it was supposed to sound like this. So, those of you who are experiencing weak battery starting issues, weak batteries I personally will look into my starter. I will put a link in my description, or in the description. Then you hear what it sounds like maybe a few months before I changed the starter to almost when I first purchased the van in 2017.